Hello guys! Yesterday I uploaded my very first plant vlog on this channel, and I would like to thank everyone who were able to watch it, and for those of you who were not able to watch it yet, the link is in the description box. I would like to introduce myself for those of you who doesn't know me yet. My name is Vincent, and recently I ventured myself into taking care of the plants. In this video for today, we are going to talk about how are you going to take care of your Spathiphyllum or your peace lilies. So the way I take care of my plants may be different from the way you take care of yours. If you live in a country where there are 4 seasons, in my case, I live in a country where there's only 2 seasons, that is wet season and a summer season. That also depends on the humidity of your country or the environment where you are from, and the quality of soil of your environment, or the availability of the rich mineral soil on the place that you live in. Alright guys, so now let's go to the tips on how you are going to take care of your Spathiphyllum. So the number one tip that I would like to give you is about the soil. You have to make sure that the mixture of your soil doesn't retain a lot of liquid for a very long time. Just enough to moisten the surrounding, especially the surrounding of the roots. Peace lily can actually also tolerate a short period of dry soil. As what I have observed on my peace lilies, if the soil is a little bit dry, it can cause more foliage production and baby productions of the new peace lilies. Okay guys, so I will be showing you how to properly introduce water to your plant. So if you're going to look this plant from that camera, it actually pretty looks kind of healthy. It's very green, but it's actually not that happy because basically it's been 15 days since I gave them their water. So it's like they are already drooping like this. They are not like this to begin with. They actually look like that one. They are erect. They are super erect when they are being watered, especially after being watered. So later I will be showing you the time lapse after I water them. Alright, so this is the water that I will be using to water the plant. Don't worry, because this is not a dirty water. This is actually a pasta water. This morning I was able to cook pasta, and I decided to use this water for the plants. So the thing here, you have to remember that if you want to use a pasta water for your plant, never add salt on the water while you are cooking your pasta. So in a while you will be able to see the effect of this water to this plant. It looks like they are dying, but they are not actually dying. So it's not like the other plant that basically they looks healthy but they are actually thirsty. This plant, if they are thirsty, they are gonna tell you that they are thirsty. So you have to give them some water. So I'm going to give them the pasta water. So you have to make sure that the pasta water, you didn't put any salt on this water. So early this morning I cooked some pasta and I decided to put this pasta water on the plant because this water is actually very nutritious for them. Okay, so this is how you put water in it. You have to make sure that in every corner you have to soak every area of this pot, and then after that you let the water drain on here. So later you will be able to see the water on this plate over here. Okay, I'm just going to give everyone their water first. This is the mother plant actually. Just make sure that the water is evenly distributed. They are really dry. If you're going to touch the soil, it's very hard and it's very sandy because it's been 15 days since I gave them water. Alright, so I was able to give them their 50 amount of water. So that's it. That's how you water your plant. Make sure that every area of the soil or the potting soil is covered or soaked with water, and then you are going to wait for the water to drain out on its container over here under the pot. Peace lily enjoys a lot of humidity or high humidity environment. So as you can see, I'm sweating right now. It's not because of the light that in front of me, but it's really hot and humid here in my room, and sometimes it can goes up to 35 degrees centigrade. It's actually served as like a greenhouse for them. It is a very warm and very humid kind of environment, which is very beneficial for the Spathiphyllum. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to properly mist your plant. So you would want to mist it over the plant, because there is a possibility that the water is going to just retain on the leaves, and that can actually do more harm than good for your plant. So this is how you do it, just like that. This is very beneficial to plant. This can actually be appreciated by your plant if you do this from time to time. Okay, I'm going to mix this one as well. This plant is not a sensation to begin with. This is actually a dumb cane, but it looks like a sensation. I'm going to talk about this in our future vlog. Why did I take this? And I'm going to have this one over here as well. This is the biggest sensation. So I repotted this yesterday on the previous video, if you were able to see it. So I just want to talk about this too over here. In a perspective, this is actually just an infant size of sensation. This is, as you can see, it is very small, and this one, in a perspective, in human perhaps, this can be compared to a toddler. The biggest sensation that I saw is about 6 feet, or as tall as me. And that's how you properly mist your plant. Okay guys, now I want to talk about the fertilizer requirement of the plant, of this plant. Spathiphyllum are not heavy feeders, so you don't really need to give them food even in a monthly basis. In my case, I schedule them to have their food for every 6 weeks. Not every month, but 6 weeks. And the fertilizer that I use for the plant is this one. This is a Siam Bloom Booster. This is basically for orchid fertilizer, but basically I only given them once. And the instruction on this container of the fertilizer is that you have to mix 1 teaspoon of fertilizer for 2 gallons of water, but I don't do that. What I do actually is I mix 1 teaspoon of fertilizer to 4 gallons of fertilizer. So basically it's like the half strength of your fertilizer. It's better safe than sorry, you know, because this peace lily or the Spathiphyllum doesn't really need to be fertilized, especially if you have soil that there's a lot of decomposed materials on it. So that's the reason why I give them chemical fertilizer half the strength of this one, not the full strength of this fertilizer that is being required or directed here on the label. For the light requirement, you have to make sure that your plant won't be exposed to a direct sunlight. You wouldn't want that because these plants are very sensitive when it comes to direct light. Even to this artificial light, even to this ring light that I have here, I have experimented them using this ring light overnight, and some of the leaves were actually burned. So it's very sensitive when it comes to very harsh light, even when it comes to artificial light. Just put them basically in a well-lit area that doesn't have any direct light or direct sunrise on it, or even an artificial fluorescent light that you have, or even the LED light. This is the LED light that I have, but this can actually burn my Spathiphyllum leaves. So guys, as you can see, these plants are placed very near the window, but when the clock hits 4 p.m. the 4 p.m. light can actually go inside this window and can hit directly these plants. That's the reason why I put this white thin curtain over here to diffuse the light. Nowadays, even at 4 p.m. light, the sun is still really hot. Even for us people, even the sunset light, they cannot even tolerate it. That's how sensitive these Spathiphyllum are. So if you have another tips to add or modify on what I'm saying here, please comment down below. I'm more than happy to be corrected, and let's learn from each other. Alright, so that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again on the part 2 of this vlog. Bye bye.